Accra, to my people in Accra. I greet all of you guys in Jomo Kenyatta Airport, those who are in Kenya, those who are in Senegal, in Gabon, in Nigeria, those who are in Equatorial Guinea and Chad, those who are watching us from Congo. I'm thinking about all those at Tepe, Mazembe, Ekofoot, Katumbi, who are definitely following us here every morning as from 6:30. Sorry for the late start today. Of course, we are all human beings and we definitely failed our programs. But anyway, you wouldn't kill us for that because we're always here to serve you. So today we're starting at pretty much 10 to 7. But it's going to be an exciting ride. Don't miss it. Don't go away. Thank you for waiting for the program even when we had to start at 6:30 and we were not there. Okay, that's what makes you a faithful viewer, and you know what impact this program has on you, and that's why you trust us. Yes, with your time. Thank you very much. And today is going to be a fantastic ride. ABELA to you all. Mshati Veno to all those in Bamenda, precisely in Bansor. Yeah, the Bansor people in Sor. And of course, I want to say special good morning to those who are in Wimbum. Yes, because you have a young girl who is going to be our focus the whole of this week. Her song is always going to feature in our playlist because she's done a great job with her song. Her name is Comfort Sharon, and she sings in Libum. Yeah, you guys are definitely on the focus today with this young representative of the ozone. Now, I want to say welcome to all our contributors, our chroniclers who are here with us this morning. Remember, I told you in the morning yesterday that the whole of this week is going to be our week of gratitude. Because remember, if you do not appreciate something, then you cannot appropriate that thing. Okay? What you do not appreciate, you cannot appropriate. Yesterday, we started, showing gratitude to our loved ones and friends. That is, loved ones, pretty much, your friends or someone, be your cousin, your nephew, someone around. Today, we're going to show love to our parents. So I want you guys to carry the second exercise still of gratitude this week of Thanksgiving, of course, by showing an act of gratitude to your parents, to your mother, to your father. It's very important. And remember, this act is going to orchestrate a lot of good things in your life. It's going to open up ways to you. You remember sometimes you can stay long without having, to say thank you, with someone, with your parents, because you see them every day. But if you just took a moment and told them, Dad, Mom, what I have become today as a man of integrity, as a lady of valor, of honor, it's simply because of the education you gave to me. I want to honor you, I want to thank you. Buy your rapasef. Give them, make it so ashwabi. Oh, you saw the ashwabi for you, and surprise her. I mean, that would be some heart-touching gift that you don't imagine. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give honor to the ladies, the woman, the mother of humanity, the gateway through which humanity proceeds and gets to earth. And a lot of women wake up in the morning so frustrated because even their husbands don't show them love, don't even say them say thank you. Today, let's honor the woman. And this is a remake of No Woman, No Cry by Bob Marley. But this time around, sung by a celebrissimo gospel artist. His name is Jonathan Butler. This is an exceptional one. How would this sound? Watch this.
baba gire uzambe uzama ile yena yebaza boy oza oza mama yena baba ya oza oh noze ne barazoyem yala mama me bazoma ya so yebna yemna da bazoy yeah baba so what's that? Yeah, baba, baba. I remember when we used to sit in the government yard in Trench Town. Over observing the hypocrites, mingling with the good people we meet. Good friends we had, good friends we lost, along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say, no woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. Oh, yeah. Said I remember when we used to sit in the government yard in Trench Town. Then the Georgian would make the firelights, lockwood burning, fires through the night. Then we would cook cornmeal porridge, of which I'll share with you. My feet was my only carriage, and so I'm gonna push on through. No woman, no cry. Oh, yeah. No woman, no cry. Little darling, don't shed no tear, no. No woman, no cry. Everything's gonna be alright. 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 Everything's alright. Everything's alright. Everything's alright here tonight. Everything's alright. Everything's alright. Oh, 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 oh. Everything's gonna be. Every little thing's gonna be. Yes. Oh, 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 oh. Right. Oh, everything's gonna be.
Oh my. This is fantastic. This is great. And the message is clear to all those who are in despair. Everything is going to be all right now. Because there is something that you don't know about. Because pain might last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. That means no matter how pain is chopping you, deep down into the fabrics of your mind, psychologically, physically, or otherwise, just know joy is just right there. You just need to turn your eyes and choose from which side you want to take life. You determine what experiences you have or how you come out of the experiences you are in. Everything's gonna be all right because, the people around you are not all the same. If some people are insensitive to what you're going through, some people do understand. That's why we're here in the morning and I'm talking to you. Everything is gonna be all right. You, mama, you, papa, because we're celebrating our parents today. Thank you for bringing us up, and we children, some of us forget to take care of our parents, but no. Today, we are changing everything. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna start again afresh. So we'll go back to mama and say, mama, thank you for those who have one. For those who don't, you can go back and just have a prayer for them. Those who have departed, those who have left you. Everything is gonna be all right. But do you know what? You decide to make things all right. Everything is going to be all right because you've decided to take that step to make things all right, to change your ways, to be, sensitive and not insensitive to the love of people around you. You've decided to notice what exactly you were supposed to notice days or years ago. Some of us to leave without even saying, like calling our parents to say, hi, daddy, how are you doing? And you just call and say, and inform that your dad or your mom is not feeling all right. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Then you start rushing helter-skelter, paying hospital bills and so on. But if you took the time to just go towards them, sometimes they even fall sick because of loneliness. Have you abandoned someone who is your guardian? Because some of you lost your parents. Someone who gave you education, who infused his minds and concept within you. That's what I'm talking about today. So today, that's our exercise, our week of Thanksgiving, of appreciation. What you do not appreciate, definitely you can't appropriate. What you do not appreciate, you can't experience, all that's good from that thing. Okay, you're welcome to ABELA. It's about time we listen to what the stars are predicting about our day. And trust me, it's going to be fabulous. Right now, let's watch the horoscope of the day. Take out your jotters and your pen, and after that we shall be teaching you how to cook in less than 5 minutes, and you can become a chef. Ta-da-da! This is the horoscope of the day.
If you were born between the month of March 21st to April 19, you run an Aries. If you have an old lucky sweater or a favorite outfit that is still hanging around in your closet, even though you haven't worn it in many years, if so, you probably keep it around because it evokes happy memories. But times have changed and you need to put that attitude in your closet again. But remember that it's only a symbol of what it used to be. Born between the month of April 20 to May 20, you are a Taurus. You may feel foolish, stupid, or inept because you do not have certain knowledge that someone is looking for. Don't punish yourself for not knowing. If it makes you feel better, go out and help this person seek the knowledge they need. Your honesty and willingness to be helpful is just as valuable than having the answers, if not more. Born between the month of May 21st to June 20th, you are a Gemini. A wise person once said that there is no such thing as losing. You either win or you learn. You may have learned something recently and you still might be perceiving it as a failure. Changing your mindset about this will have a far-reaching and powerful impact on your life. Born between the months of June 21st to July 22nd, you are a Cancer. A little bit of perfection can be yours today if you choose not to judge yourself or anyone else. An ideal moment with someone special can be shared, but you will have to set aside preconceived expectations and any scrutiny of what is said and done. A chance to create a joyful and memorable moment today could show you the way. Born between the months of July 23rd to August 22nd, you are a Leo. Some people have bad tempers. Others, sometimes their tempers are so bad that they throw things around and do a lot of yelling. And then there are other people who internalize everything. All the yelling and throwing is done inward. You can vent without losing control. Conscious self-expression will help you feel better. Born between the month of August 23rd to September 22nd, you are a Virgo. You may feel that there are too many choices available for you now. This makes it far more difficult to make your decision. However, you don't really have as many confusing options as you fear. There really is only one good choice. Don't shy away from it because it's intimidating. You are up to the challenge. Born between the months of September 23rd to October 22nd, you are a Libra. Many people watch home shopping shows on television and they buy things they will never use. In the moment when they place the order though, they imagine how wonderful or practical it would be to have such and such. But be careful about being sold on something and making a commitment. Born between the months of October 23rd to November 21st, you are a Scorpio. You may feel trepidations about leading others in a joint effort. After all, if you are the leader, then anything that goes wrong will be your fault and you will have to take on the blame and responsibility of making things right. Give yourself the credit you deserve. Born between the month of November 22nd to December 21st, you are a Sagittarius. You may have made a superficial analysis of someone recently. Perhaps you evaluated this person based on comments they made, a joke they told, the way they were dressed, or some other random observation. Recognize that comments and jokes are often out of context and other superficialities can be meaningless. Born between the month of December 22nd to January 19, you are a Capricorn. You may have a picture-perfect image in your mind of how things should be between you and someone special in your life. Talking out directly with the other person will shed light on how they see the situation, and it will help you come to the realization that things really are perfectly imperfect as they are. Born between the month of January 20 to February 18, you are an Aquarius. You may be very close to finishing something up. Maybe this is something you have worked for a long time. That may be because you fear that if you finish and your work does not resemble what you envision, then you will have failed. But there is nothing to fear. Reaching this point alone is an accomplishment in itself. Born between the month of February 19 to March 20, you are a Pisces. You can't be in more than one place at a time and you can't please everyone. If you can remember this today, your day could be much more enjoyable for you. Let that be okay. You may also hope that you will win the admiration of people who are tough to please, but know that they may not be possible. Let that be okay too. Happiness is attainable when your priorities are straight.
And there you go. Now you know much more about your day than I do. The stars have told you exactly how your day could look like. Now, you better amplify what they have said. You better choose what definitely becomes your experience. Remember, today, it's our special day of Thanksgiving to our parents. You know, we got to show love to them, to mother, to father. I want to say hi to my guardian, and to my father, first of all, first and foremost. He is definitely in Bonaberry. I would like to say, I love you, Dad. I know you're watching me at the moment. You're my #1 fan, and you've not stopped telling me that. And I love you so much. And I want to let you understand that, honestly speaking, in my heart, I pray for your health to be, always maintained. I pray for long life. And I also pray that you see your grandchildren like you've already started seeing with the others. My older brothers and sisters have already given you grandchildren, and pretty much you're waiting for mine, and you'll be there for my wedding. So pretty much, I know we're friends. We discuss, take some time, drink together, and we discuss. My father and I, we're really pretty much friends, and so, but I've been abandoning him for a while, because apart from the fact that he's my dad, I've abandoned our friendship for a while because I'm thinking about work. I do work or bolo day or this, that. No, see, forget about that. Family comes first. No matter how much you're tied up, think about that. And I'm thinking about you, and of course I'm coming to visit home. Don't mind. I'm still your baby, and I'll always be your baby dad. Thank you so much. Thank you to you, my guardian. Madam Marilyn Ndika Undum, that I call Mommy affectionately. You're back in the country, and I know you're watching me, because either Bibi or Karen from Boya are watching me at the moment, and I'll come visit. And of course it's your boy, a little baby. So pretty much I want you to do all that. Go to your parents, give them some flowers, give them some gifts, spend some time with them. You just surprise them, just surprise them home. Come, for those who already have, fiancés or girlfriends with whom you want to be, you're thinking about getting married. So just go surprise them and present them the girl. Mommies always love that. Oh, this is my daughter-in-law, and things like that. We should do that. We should make our parents, enjoy the fact that they actually put us into this world, and they're not regretting the fact that they contributed in doing this beautiful stuff. Let it be a blessing. Children are a blessing, and not only when they're babies, but also when they grow up. Okay, so today we're going to learn how to cook. And for those who did not know that cabbage could be sauteed and of course eaten with chicken, then it's about time you learned and became a chef in less than 10 minutes. This is an excerpt of Cooking with Therese Tande herself in her kitchen in Chicago, and she is a Cameroonian who's going to be here for outreach programs with WHP, a non-for-profit making organization, in few days, so by the end of this month. So this is an excerpt of Cooking with Therese. Hi, Therese Tande. I hope you're doing great.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Therese, coming to you from Chicago. Today we're going to be making sauteed cabbage with chicken. Let's come back and talk about the other things that will be going into our dish today. For this dish, we will need chicken. I have my chicken here cut in manageable sizes already. We will also need celery, onion, green pepper, red pepper, habanero hot pepper, that's optional, carrots, cabbage, tomatoes, ginger, garlic, a pinch of salt, some peanut oil, and bouillon cube to taste. Let's come back and talk about how we're going to go about the process. We'll start off by steaming our chicken. I will puree some spices, add to the chicken, steam that for 15 to 20 minutes, and then put it in the oven for it to brown. That way we're avoiding the frying. Next, we'll chop our tomatoes and add that to our oil. Cook that until we get rid of the tart. While all of that is going on, cut your cabbage in manageable sizes as you prefer. Once that's done, put your cabbage in the pot without any water. Add a pinch of salt, or if you prefer, you can add half a bouillon cube. Steam that for about 2 to 3 minutes and then drain out the water. Once we get rid of the tart from the tomatoes, we can then add our chicken, add the rest of our chopped spices including carrots, cabbage, and then let that simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes and we'll be all done. Let's come back and get this going. Our chicken is in the pot. I have already added 1 bouillon cube and a pinch of salt to taste. Now I will go ahead and add our pureed spices and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Our chicken has been cooking for about 5 minutes and this is what it looks like. Remember not to add any water to your chicken. Just add your pureed spices and let it cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. While our chicken is cooking, we will begin with our tomatoes. We will cook that until we can get rid of the tartness. Our oil is already in the pot. I will go ahead and add the tomatoes. Our chicken is cooked and this is what it looks like. It's now time to put it in the oven. I will be using broil because I want to leave it moist with some color. Our chicken is in the oven, our tomatoes are cooking, and it's time to steam our cabbage. I have sliced the cabbage and added half a bouillon cube. I am going to let it steam for about 2 to 3 minutes. I like my cabbage a little crunchy, but if you like yours a little softer, you can steam for about 4 to 5 minutes. Our tomatoes have been cooking for about 25 minutes. We're almost there. It's now time to add our chicken broth and the rest of our pureed spices. We'll stir and let that continue to cook until we can get rid of the tartness. Our cabbage is done. I will go ahead and drain out the excess water. I'll let it sit until when it's time to add to our tomatoes. Our tomatoes are now cooked. It's time to add our chicken and our chopped tomatoes. Once we do that, we're going to let it cook for about a minute or two and then bring in our cabbage. Look at all those colors. That's one healthy heaven. We are all done. Let's come back and serve. Well, folks, we are all done. I truly feel like a kid in veggie land. Well, I'll let you be the judge. Let's take a closer look. Voila! Always remember to add a little color to your food. Today we made sauteed cabbage with chicken. I usually eat it plain because to me it feels like cabbage salad. However, you can combine it with a healthy starch. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Cooking with Therese and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. My website is coming up soon as well. Remember, eating healthy does not have to be boring. Bye-bye and see you next time.
Now you know what to put on your table for maybe lunch or supper. I now know where I can learn how to cook some sorted, cabbage and of course chicken. I hope that's of course satisfactory to you this afternoon or this morning. I'm thinking about afternoon because I'm thinking about yum 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 yum. Oh my. When palava chop concern, I am salivating already. Thank you very much, Teres Tande, for this beautiful one. That's great tutorial, and I hope we're going to follow. I mean, so explicit, well presented. Thank you so much, and we shall be expecting you when you come to Cameroon that you pass by at Canal de English, and so we have a chat. We present you to the people, to your people that have been watching you on a daily. So we're going to put up the topic of the day in a jiffy, but permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to do this. When I do this, what do you think about? You think about Makosa, you think about Ambassador, you think about all what you have to think about, but what is most especially that universal language is, of course, music, and that's what makes us all unanimous. When you see a movie, you know that it comes from music, okay? So we are going to revisit, the golden age of music. Back in the days, they were the ones who marked the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and why not the late 80s as well? So they actually transformed the image of Cameroon and put Cameroon on the map amongst the best countries, influencing the world with their music. Makosa was transformed in several ways, depending from which angle of the country we came from. Some people infused bent skin. It was a whole melange of our different traditional values or different traditional rhythms. And this man was one of the precursors, one of the great contributors to the glorious golden age of music in Cameroon and in Africa. He made Cameroon great with the whole, with the entire music family back in the days. I'm talking about Misengo Francois. He did a great job with his music. He represented his country like a real patriot, and he flew the flag of Cameroon so high that it was higher than the peak of the highest mountain. Now, let's listen to one of his songs and let's watch one of his videos. It's an old timer, so forgive the images because what they did back then was phenomenal. Today it has evolved, but truly these guys were just legends. Misengo Francois shall be celebrating 45 years of musical career on the 1st of December. I wouldn't say much. This one is La Vie C'est Terrible, one of his hit songs in his career.
La vie c'est terrible, maman, oh. mami mumaso amba edi bumi amuna mama. Ese nenge na bwena mama o. Mama o no. Mama o no. Shushu o no. Mama o no.
First. Oh no. Back in the days when we used to do kwasa, see when my parents used to do kwasa. Me, I knew these things because I staged. Wakiki Beach. Oh, you know, you see my dance style and so we know Deva Bamda. Ntamolo. I show when I saw that's so far touch, even though I never get the money, but anyway, I still dance. Oh my God. See, back in the days, Makossa was just that music. And at one point in time, Makossa had to infuse, you know, its rhythms into other rhythms, and also had to kind of absorb other rhythms like kwasa, you know, most of the room bars, and you know, it was kind of an African music where, you know, all the other music or other music genres had their best definition, and so Makossa had a far-reaching influence simply because every other major trend definitely found its expression in Makossa, and Makossa brought this rock, this funk aspect of it, you know, this bass guitar, rhythmic, you know, bass guitar that is just wonderful. Remember, there's a rhythmic guitar part, there's a bass guitar part, but honestly, the way our bassist played the bass guitar was even more rhythmic, just like the rhythmic guitar. So it gave some groove to music, and that's how, you know, Africans like celebration, though, you know, all those things are rumba. But when you get today in your Afro pop, that's Makossa, boy. High life and all those things mixed in it. So we keep giving respect to Makossa, for Makossa is a legendary music that made Africa, you know, great once upon a time. Now, that's a man who is alive. Today we have the possibility to even interview these legends. When they will not be part of us, we would say, oh no, we've not kept their memory. But they are living within us today. We just keep counting some of them who left early enough, but honestly, Cameroon is blessed to have legends, you know, living musical legends who are idols in a community or in a society where we lack role models. We do have them, but we don't just know how to recognize role models. In our society today, a young man who does not know more than another young man will not be able to be humble enough to ask, you know, information, to ask to be taught, to ask counseling. Will not be able to say, okay, I recognize that you are good enough and I want to know what you know. If you know, you're adding more into yourself and you're the one gaining, benefiting. Why don't we recognize ourselves? If we don't do that amongst us, the youth, I don't think we're going to recognize the old and the legend and the patriarchs. Of course, we're going to be disrespectful to them. Well, permit me to receive another brilliant and beautiful and hard-working young lady. She's a chronicler on ABELA. Her name is Ngona Solange. Good morning, Solange. How are you doing?
Good morning, Steve.
Oh my God. I am doing great, and especially when I see you, because your beauty is radiant like the sun.
Steve.
But to be very honest, you're just a natural beauty. You know, you pretty much do not apply the lipstick, you know, the tones of lipstick stuff, and then do the makeup, though, you know, every woman says it's very important, it's good. You know, good makeup accentuates this and that. But honestly, you're just amazing. And your new braids, I love that hair, you know. You have it really fits you.
Thanks.
So, but I don't see you, I have never seen you tie like a headscarf, be it Ankara or any other headscarf. Why don't you tie your hair?
The thing is that it depends on the dresses you wear.
Oh
yes,
my.
I cannot put it with my trousers. If I wear gang, I'll put it, it will be nice.
Okay. Okay, let me suggest one or two, you know, just say one or two techniques, right, of doing your hair scarf.
Okay.
And today we'll focus more on Ankara, that is, you know, pagna,
Okay.
African print, you understand? Because it's, of course, we want to really stay focused, want to stay African, want to celebrate our own print that has taken over the world today. Even Beyonce wears African print, and many other, you know, stars in Hollywood and in America, where we have the number ones, you understand? So now, I would give you this option. You watch this short tutorial on on the 5 different techniques of tying, you know, your Ankara headscarf, and when we come back, you tell me which one is your favorite, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Let's go.
Alright you guys, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Today's video is all about Ankara Couture and National Head Wrap Day, which is this Friday, November 20th. Ankara Couture, I've told you guys about before. It's a company owned by my bestie. She makes gorgeous handcrafted pieces like this 4-tier necklace that I'm wearing here. I'll definitely have all of her information down below for you guys, like her website and Instagram. But now she also makes these gorgeous head wraps. This is the packaging that they come in, and you guys know I'm a sucker for packaging. Absolutely love them. They're large. They're definitely maxi style, and you can style them and wrap them just about any way, and they have structure to them, so you can create folds, and they're just super gorgeous. I am going to show you guys 5 different styles that you can do for National Head Wrap Day, or if you're just looking to have your head wrap on fleek. But we're going to jump right into this first style. You can see I wrap that around my head, and I tied that in the center and the front, and I'm just tucking that fabric into the sides. Once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and grab the ends of the fabric, and like I said, since it does have structure, you can kind of fluff and fold it and give it some structure to it. So I'm going to take that and just kind of tuck it under right where I'm pointing my finger there in the front. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take that bottom piece, wrap that around, and tuck that underneath in the back. And from there, you really just kind of want to play with it, make sure you have it looking how you want it to look from all sides. And that's pretty much it. You are done with style number 1. I also have a discount code for you guys, so you can go ahead and use the code coming up right now. I'll leave that and all the information down below for you guys in the description box. Moving on to the next style, I'm using this really pretty pink scarf that I love. And these aren't the only colors. I have 4 colors that I'm going to show you guys, but they come in a variety of colors on her website. But I'm going to basically start off by doing the same thing, wrap that around, make sure that I have the ends at the same length, and I'm going to tie that in the center. I'm going to tuck that fabric on the top into the sides just to make sure it's nice and even. And then I'm going to take those 2 end pieces and twist them together. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and take that twist, wrap it underneath, and kind of pull it up. Then I'm going to go ahead and take that piece and fold it over. That's it. You are done with the second look. For this third look, I have my underscarf on, and I put my hair in a high bun and then wrap my scarf around that. I'm going to take this really pretty blue scarf, and we're going to start this one off a little bit differently. You want to go ahead and take the fabric and lay that on your head, where basically it's one really short side and one long side. Then I'm going to grab the long side, make sure it's nice and even, and wrap that around. since I do have my underscarf on and I don't want that to show, I'm going to take the fabric in the back and just tuck that up and underneath. Make sure it's nice and even, and from here you can go ahead and start wrapping the fabric around. That little piece that you end up with on the end, I'm just tucking that in, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the fabric in the back. And you are done with the third look. For the next look, I kept my hair in that high bun and I have my fabric with one short side and one long side, this time with enough fabric to tie it in the back. I'm going to take that little short piece and just tuck it underneath. And we're doing a layered style with this, so you're going to grab another scarf. This works best with two contrasting scarves. And I'm going to do the same thing, you just want your long side to end up on opposite sides. Now you're going to go ahead and take one side and wrap that around. Once you have that nice and even, you're going to grab the other piece of fabric and wrap that around. Next, I'm going to take those two pieces, cross them around, and tie them in the back. And from here, you just want to go ahead and tuck the fabric in on one side. And adjust until it looks how you want it to look. Alright guys, for the last look, we're going to layer again. So kind of like we did with the first two styles, you want to take one scarf, tie that around, adjust it in the center. And I'm just going to go ahead and flip those over just so they're out of the way and make sure everything's nice and even. One scarf down. Grab your second scarf, which is this really pretty green scarf. Do the same thing. Tie that around, adjust in the center. Make sure everything's nice and flat. And right now I'm just flipping out of my way. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the two pink pieces and one of the green and braid them together. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and take the braided piece, wrap that around, and tuck it underneath right in the center. Grab the last piece that's out, and I'm just going to fold that around in the front and do the same thing, tucking that around in the back and the center, and then you just kind of fluff it till it looks how you want it to look. And that's it. All right.
We took time to teach you, ladies, how to tie your headscarf. Your African print or African fabric headscarf. It's very important. Your Ankara headscarf, to be more precise. So let me turn to a lady that we have in the studio, Solange Gono. Once again, welcome.
Thanks.
So tell me, which one was your favorite style? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Because the other one was so difficult to get. Yes.
So you don't have all the time
I don't
to
have that
spend
time,
back in the room.
Yes.
You know, tying in front of the mirror, doing that. There was another one she did like with two headscarves, different, you know, different colors.
Yes.
So kind of double tone. Wouldn't you try that one?
It's so difficult, I don't think.
Now I can confirm that being a woman is not easy. You know, being beautiful, staying beautiful is never an easy task for a woman. Now, let's talk about some tips, because you're here to tell us about, you know, the practical, you know, steps that we can use to modify our lives. We can put that into practice and see how it it actually has benefits on our health and on our skin. So let's talk about. We're talking about what today?
I'll talk about olive oil.
Oh, you're talking about olive oil.
Yes.
Great. So, over to you. We focus on you.
Okay. Olive oil offers the same benefits as some of the costly cosmetic products in the market. I'm going to give you reason why you should prefer olive oil over the chemical-laden skin creams in the market. If you finish a body lotion within a month and you are willing to experiment with some natural product in place of your regular branded lotion, go for olive oil for longer use and good effects on many sides. What you don't know on olive oil is that olive oil is the moisturizer of skin. It's the ideal moisturizer of skin.
So that is the moisturizer, the skin moisturizer,
Yeah.
moisturizer par excellence.
Yes.
Wow. Ah, okay.
Exactly.
Olive oil.
Yes.
How can I would definitely be doing my own olive oil, or I go and buy olive oil because this one is. Can I drink olive oil or cook with olive?
You can cook with olive oil. You
Jollof
make your
rice,
salad.
olive oil, jollof
Yes.
rice. I'll do olive oil, green olive oil, vegetables. Olive oil ndole. I'm crazy. Forget about me.
So please, this one, go and try. You will see the effect as fast as you wish. So for dry skin, just massage your dry face with olive oil before going to bed and let it stay over the night. And you can, and in the morning, just rinse your face with warm water.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yes, and for normal skin, just apply for 15 minutes, wash with warm water, and you will see the results.
Okay.
Yes. Olive oil improves skin health. Please don't hesitate to make your facial mask with olive oil, because the majority of our beauty house use olive oil for facial masks, for treatment of skin. It will be very good because it has the vitamin E. That is the appropriate one for your skin.
Okay. Oh
Yes.
my God. For those who want vitamin E for your skin and it helps a lot, then you definitely have to massage your face with olive oil. Use olive oil. It's going to do that for you.
Yes. You can also use olive oil for your teeth. You can brush your teeth with olive oil.
For real?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
You just brush your teeth with olive oil, and after 2 weeks, only 2 weeks, you will see the results.
It's going to be, you have it has a whitening effect, you're saying?
Yes, of course.
Well, so you can whiten your teeth with olive oil. How are you going to brush it? Like, put it on the toothbrush and
You just brush.
the oil just slips through.
Or you
and so I don't know.
apply on your teeth now, you just brush.
Or you put a quantity in your mouth, and then you put in the brush and take it. Wow, that's fantastic. Try that. That's an
Yes.
alternative instead of just taking, the toothpaste that has been produced and sold in the shops. You can just get olive oil and then you do the brushing to see what it looks like.
And for men, you can apply it when you finish shave your
Oh, you
beard.
can do it as an aftershave.
Yes.
Some people have beard, when you shave, then you see some rough, stuff growing around your chin and things like that, and it really spoils your face. But this is a great alternative. So it means like an aftershave, when you shave, I don't really have much, but those who have everything, when you shave, you pretty much apply it, all those
Yes.
Rick Rosses,
You
those
will not
Fally
get
Ipupa.
those bumpers. Yes.
Good, you wouldn't get bumpers all around.
Bumpers. Yeah.
Good,
Okay.
thank you so much.
It helps removing makeup. Yes.
Oh, so olive oil
Makeup.
can also be a makeup remover.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Because some girls, when they finish doing those tones of makeup, that paint, that body paint, what they
Yes.
call it makeup,
Aye.
they go make like this. You make you wash her with water, it's not coming out. But when you use olive oil, it goes like smooth,
Of course.
just like white glass or windscreen.
Okay, you can also use it as a lip balm or lip scrub.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. It's good.
To moisturize your lips. Okay,
Of
great.
course. It is also an anti-aging. Yes.
Oh. For
Anti-aging.
those mamas who don't want to grow old, those sugar mamas, you can definitely use that and take away all the wrinkles. And all those papas who don't want to grow old, when you smile, you can use olive oil so it takes away all the wrinkles. It fights against aging.
Yes. It keeps your hair healthy.
Okay.
So use it, do your max with olive oil. You can mix with honey and egg yolk. So you just you mix all of them and you apply on your hair.
Beautiful. And look at how the hair would look like.
And long hair.
Radiant, natural, beautiful. You don't need any, what they call it, Indian, Peruvian, Bangampongo hair. It just simply need to be natural. So what are we concluding with?
You can also take care of your nails with olive oil.
Wow, so for nail treatment as well, you can use olive oil.
Yes, if you want long nails.
Long nails?
Yes. It will make your nails to grow naturally.
So, I mean, for the ladies who go and put natural, artificial nails on their natural nails, and at the end of the day can give them fungi if it's not well done, or, you can just apply olive oil and it's going to help your nails, grow longer. And it's just going to be natural. You just apply your nail polish on it and it's going to be fantastic. Oh, thank you so much for these beautiful tips that you've given us this morning. Yes, continue.
And please, olive oil has also many benefits on your health. So if you want to, they can go and search by themselves.
Okay, beautiful. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Solange Gono. So I would usher you out on a beautiful, Makossa / Afro-pop song done by some Cameroonians, formerly signed, back then, before they did this song, they were not signed on the Calabash record, but even now they are not still, because they are actually separated with Boat Day and Calabash record and so on. But this is the Realm Squad. They did a great job on this song, blending Makossa and Afro pop, Afro beat, tenants, musical trend. So this is original Makossa, the song that is intended to make people know, especially Nigerians, that Makossa is not from Congo. It is from Cameroon. This is Realm Squad original Makossa. So you got to dance with us.
Of course.
The Realm Squad is back to stay. If you know that is Makossa feeling. Oh yeah. This one na Makossa. This one na Makossa. Original Makossa. This one na Makossa. This one na Makossa. Original Makossa. On m'aurait dit que l'amour était fluide, défendu, moi j'aurais jamais cru. Douala, yeah. Danser. Too much it in the club, everybody just wanna dance and throw away the money, yo. Makossa hit the make maski one for shake on my one jokai, yo. Tout le monde a bougé, Tout le monde a dansé, Danser le Makossa. Tout le monde a bougé, Tout le monde a dansé, Danser le Makossa. Elele kelele kilie, ma Makossa. Elele kelele kilie, elele kelele kilie, ma Makossa. Elele kelele kilie. You know if you see me. Yeah, Max Empire, we come closer. This year we dancing Makossa. Marine Kun, Chomisukosa. You need proof? I bring them in the coaster. Moko, everybody there, Moko. We not choosing song, the song too sweet. Cameroon, we show the world popo. Believe me, I the fire, I the go, I the blaze, I the show on your TV, I the air, I the wave, You like me cause I am so rich. She likes me cause I am a great. So Kosa my baby, Makossa my baby. Basically baby, Jang my baby, Ngone my baby. Tajong my baby, air, I glow up in the air. Try to see me up there, I disappear. When you kill my young, this one na Makossa.
Namakosa, this one na Namakosa, original Makosa, this one na Namakosa, Namakosa, this one na Namakosa, original Makosa. Tout le monde a bougé, a bougé, tout le monde a dansé, dansé le Makosa. Tout le monde a bougé, a bougé, tout le monde a dansé, dansé le Makosa.
Let's go. Jump and productions in collabo. Yeah, ultimate music. We know the waste time. Yeah.
Welcome back to ABELA, your breakfast program. And of course, remember our exercise of the day is based on gratitude. Of course, remember too, the saying that goes thus: what you don't appreciate, you can't appropriate. If you don't appreciate the people who are meaningful to your life, and today we are focusing on our father and our mother, okay, and our guardians as well, because they played the role of dad and mom by our side. So if you do not appreciate them, whoever your guardian is or whoever your mom or your dad is, then you know that you will not be able to draw more from them. Because if you don't understand the power of gratitude, let me tell you, gratitude opens the door for more, okay? Just saying thank you honestly and sincerely would open the doors of so many things. Remember, you might just say thank you to your dad and he gives you his blessings. His blessings cannot be bought with any money. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, gratitude is not just, that thank you and your corner and you're really sober. It's accompanied by joy, by true emotions, because if they give you 30 billion for your account now, so bam! So undergo craze. So that joy, not saying, no, I'm joyful, but I'm just calm. Shut up. Joy is expressed and it is seen when it is sincere. I don't give you example of money because all we like money. Yes. So when your parents who cannot be bought, and 30 billion is nothing at all compared to what they can give you as love and what they have done for you since you came into this world. They could have your mom would have chosen to abort you. Yes, it's not good abortion, but people do it. So if they did not do it for you, it's because you wanted to keep you, yes, and bring you forth into this world. And sometimes some woman they abort, God is saying, you must get the picking. And when the child comes out, the woman is just so overwhelmed that she says, I would take care of this child like never before. So just that, care, that education and everything is priceless. So I think it's time for us to show them love and open our ways, and of course, let them understand that their work is not going in vain. We are touched by their love. We are not insensitive to their love. Let's do some humanism today. Well, pretty much. So now, talking about, showing some love, we do encourage culture. Canal do English and ABELA most especially, we encourage culture. And today we have a musician who in his own way is contributing for Cameroon's image to actually be well seen or well portrayed. His name sounds like the name you've probably been hearing all over the world. He looks like the person you've probably been knowing about. You've probably been seeing on international TV, but he's a Cameroonian. I'm talking about Alioune Fiam, popularly known by the name or the stage name Akon. So his name, our guest here, is simply Macon, and he looks like Akon. Welcome, Macon, to ABELA this morning.
Thank you, Steve. Thank
How
you,
are
man.
you doing?
Man, I'm good. Good morning.
Happy to see you here.
Man, I'm
You told
happy.
me a
Thanks
story
for
that was
having me.
quite interesting. Yes, you were saying something.
Yeah, I said I'm happy. Nice to be here, man.
You're coming all the way from Boya to be here.
Yeah,
That's great. Canal the English is where you guys are supposed to be.
man, it's a great place. You know, I always watch his program, ABELA, and stuff like that. So I can say I'm so happy to be here, Steve.
Great. Macon is here at the headquarters of Canal the English for a show and to release exclusively on ABELA his new song, Fine Girl. Trust me, when you would see this particular or watch this particular video that I have watched, you will understand why I'm so excited. But before that, let's tell you a little more about Macon that you don't know. You named yourself Macon before Akon dropped his first solo project, Lonely, back in the year 2000s.
Yeah,
That's right?
That's right, man.
And how did you, like, how did your life change the moment Akon showed up and became that superstar?
To be honest with you, I think there were some changes. You understand? Yeah, because the name Macon actually came years back before the Akon issue came up. Yeah, I was in Bamenda. That was some years back, man. And you know, I was just like Macon, so I just extracted Macon from my names. Yeah, so that's how I came about Macon. And 2 years later, you know, the issue of Akon came up. People started calling me Akon and stuff. Man, it was not easy. You know, back then I was like, but are these people for real? Are these people for real? And that's how the thing started. And today I'm here, man.
But did these resemblance actually open doors for you, like an artist, like, you know, whenever you went with your project, for example, your songs, Hala Yo Mata and, you know, your Songor, did people open the door like, oh, well, I mean, this guy looks like Akon, I mean, let's see what you can do. And even out of the country, did he open doors for you?
Yeah, you know, that's right, that's right. You know, I remember when I did Hala Yo Mata, I came to Douala in particular, you know, for a media tour. And even Yaoundé, you know, a lot of guys were excited. No, let me have you on my program. I'll just tell them that Akon is coming in. So you know, everybody was like, hey, that's how I have to do it. You know, even when I went out, even when I went to Nigeria, to Ghana, and stuff like that. When I went to the airport, people were like, hey, Akon. You understand? Some people were like saying, man, Akon is taller, but you know they could not understand the thing.
I understand.
So a lot of people, I mean, so many people thought maybe he's my brother and sees something. So a lot of questions were coming in, especially when I went out of the country. So even here in Cameroon, it's still, you know, a lot of people are still like, man.
Is he your idol?
That's my idol. I mean, come on.
Oh, I see, because you wear, you know, you dress pretty much like him. You have his style, and let me say you're even more stylish than Akon. You've got swag than Akon. But I see the bling bling stuff in your ears, you know, your jewelries in your hands and things like that. So that's why I had to ask the question.
Yeah, he's my idol, you know. But yeah. And,
but
you know,
is he your idol to the core?
Hmm?
Is he your idol to the core?
Right up to the summit.
So it means you're going to be sometime investing in some huge projects for Africa too?
Yeah, you know, right? You know, the guy is in Africa doing his things, and you know, and so hopefully.
Okay, let's watch.
Let me not say that, man.
Let's watch your first solo project. Yeah. You know, Hala Yo Mata. That was 3 years back. I think we have it in our machines. Hala Yo Mata, Macon. We're going to watch that, and that was your first, you know, ever solo project, and you worked with the great, or just the greatest, one of the greatest video directors back then, and even now.
Yeah, actually.
How did that come? How did that collaboration come about? You and Dr. King's.
Yeah, it was good. It was good because before I did that, I already had a relationship with Dr. King. Yeah. You know, yeah, we were like family brothers. You know, so when the project came up, the project was the audio was being done and mastered by Emin Gomba. You know, one of the best sounds engineer in Cameroon. Okay. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah, of course. I think it should be
M1 Studio.
It should be M1.
Yeah,
M1 Studio.
Yeah, and you know, and then Ken came in, and you know, he did a great job, man. You know, Hala Yo Mata was crazy.
Okay, this is an excerpt of Hala Yo Mata. We wouldn't watch the song to the end because we have 2 more songs for you. That is the second after this one, then the most recent that he's about to launch. So this is Hala Yo Mata, his beginnings. Let's see how, you know, it looked like.
Macon, PME, One Touch Entertainment.
Money don't come on, now Macon, oh. Baby, come and join me, make we celebrate. Open, make a enter, baby. Open, make a enter, baby. Open, make a enter, baby. You. Open, make a come on, baby. Set the lights on for front. Set the lights on for back. I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata. Set the lights on for front. Alibaba they give me money, yo. Facebook they give me money. High supply they give me money, yo. We cook they give me money. Would they used to the buy Lamborghini? Would they used to the buy Ferrari? Would they used to the drive Bugatti? Yeah. Boom. Would they hustle every day? Maga they pay every day. Oh. As money come, we celebrate hip hop champagne. I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata. Send the lights on for front. I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata, I go holla yamata. Send the lights on for back. You're giving me, I'm giving you. You're touching me, I'm touching you. You're feeling me, I'm feeling you. Stay mute, baby. Alibaba they give me money, yo. Facebook they give me money.
Okay. Holla your matter, you know, we'll touch them for front, for back, you know, pretty much. The song, I love like the whole ambience around it. You understand? I really love the whole ambience. When you came out, people were like, wow, is Akon doing Afro pop right now? Because he did something with P Square and everything. Like, I mean, what is he up to? But they were like, attends un peu. You know, wait, this is not his accent normally, you know, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
and it was a great beginning for you.
Yeah, it was a good beginning.
What do you think of the evolution of, because you've evolved with time?
Yeah.
You know, this is your 4th year of professional music career, and this song came out 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So when you look at the music landscape in Cameroon, what do you think of the urban music industry?
Well, I think the urban music has gone real far. You know, if I remember like 10 years back, 7 years back, you know, we're doing shows for free. I mean for free. You know, we used to take our CDs, like back in Boya especially, we take our CDs, you know, to events, and we plead on people, please just take my CD and do something. I just want people to know that I'm singing. You know, you at one point in time, you didn't pay people to do that. But now I think the story is different. The story is different because, you know, the Cameroon urban music has really grown big. As you can see now, artists are making it, you know, national, international. I mean, not to talk of the awards, you know. I mean, so it's real good. It has gone so far now. You know, people, we are making money now. You understand? Yeah. You can see artists living a good life from music. Yeah. So now you know, we have been called for shows, and you call, and we have been paid. But at first, these things were not like that.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, good to hear that.
We never really saw it coming, but everyone is happy, man.
Welcome to the good life.
Yeah, it's so good, man.
Okay, now let me ask you, just like straight up, without you thinking, give me the 5 top artists of your list in Cameroon. Let's go number 1, or just say number 5.
Number 5.
Let's call it in order, like any other.
No,
number
let me just
5.
give you any order.
Okay, give it any order.
I have Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley, you know.
I have Ex-Malia.
Ex-Malia, yes.
I have PTP.
Oh.
PTP.
PTP, yes.
I have Leo, Mr. Leo.
Mr. Leo, yeah.
I have Loco.
Okay.
Man, there are so many of them.
I know, but you know, sometimes, you know, when I do this without you thinking, you give the people you feel the more.
Yeah.
And so I know that you probably want to call Salatiel, you probably want to call Magasco, you probably want to call Rhythms,
you know, Rhythm.
but
man,
those you feel the more, like when it comes boom, unconsciously is.
Man,
you know,
all
those,
of them are just coming.
Beautiful,
so,
beautiful. So great to know that you kind of mixture like Petit Pays, you know, and you know, within it. So I really love the fact that you like when you look at Universe, Petit Pays, Ex-Malia, you're really you're open to different genres of music, different vibes and so on.
Yeah, you know, man, Ex-Malia back in the days, come on.
They actually opened the way for young Cameroonians.
A big way.
A big way.
Yeah.
Because they actually had a breakthrough into Francophone Africa,
Good, yeah.
and not really much into Anglophone Africa.
Yeah.
They paved the way
Yeah.
for all people like Stanley Eno and all the other people.
Good.
And then Stanley also came and did a great job as
Did a
well,
great job.
and opened up
And
the
Stanley's
Anglophone
Stanley's
market.
still doing a great job, trust me.
Open up the Anglophone market and so on. And then the Mr. Leos are doing even
Yeah.
more, and so on. The locals opening another door and things like that. For local to do Coke Studio
Yeah.
with Jason Derulo there with all those beautiful. That's a real musical, mass. You understand?
A
And
good
I think
one.
it's huge what Cameroonians are doing. Then we have several Cameroonians nominated at the Afrima and winning awards.
MTV Base,
Of course. Performing.
you saw Daphne, you saw
Beautiful.
Loco, Montes taking the award, man.
Beautiful.
So
It's really huge, and Cameroon now is beating its chest to be one of the leaders, if not the leader, of urban music in Francophone Africa.
Yeah.
And we are among the game changers in Africa as a
Yes.
whole. We've joined the bandwagon of game changers, and we can count Nigerians, South Africans, Kenyans, Ugandans,
Trust
but
me.
at the same time,
trust me,
Tanzanians,
in just
Cameroon.
in a couple of years now. Let me
Yeah.
just say 1, 2.
Cameroon will top the game.
You got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, let's watch your second single that came, I don't know, a year after.
Yeah, a year after.
Yeah, after Hala You Matter. This one is Songo, directed by Mr. Adrenaline. I don't know
Mr.
why you worked, you choose to work with these two best of the Anglophone zone, but I mean, based in the Anglophone zone, because Ada Kenji is not really based there.
Yeah.
He's in Yaoundé, but he's, Anglophone. So let's get this one. This is your second solo project. It's called Songo. Then we get next set, then we come back to talk about the a recent one we are supposed to talk about. It's going to be an exclusive release. Remember, Macon has come here to release, he has chosen Canal Do English, apart from all the other channels, to give an exclusive, to Canal Do English.
Fine Girl.
This song is supposed to go out today, Fine Girl, but it's an exclusive that will be on Canal Do English. But before we get Fine Girl, we need Songo from Macon in just a jiffy, then we are going to put it out there. So today we have not put a topic of the day on purpose because we started late and we have a lot of chroniclers who are going to jump on board to give you information. So we have Judith Yu who says hi to me and to all of you who are watching the ABELA this morning and to all the ABELA crew, and she's like, "Your swag this morning, Hamburg." Thank you so much. I mean, Macon is better than me, He's so, he's so swag. He's so swag. So we get another one coming in. Oh my God. Hey Steve, no topic today. Anyways, a good morning. Well, I just thought that since we started late, if we put a topic, we didn't have time to digest and to read your reactions like we did yesterday. So I'll prefer that tomorrow we go with a fantastic topic, right? And then we make it a beautiful program, okay? So now, this is an excerpt of the second solo project from Macon. Is called Songo. When we come back, we're going to talk about the exclusive Fine Girl video that I want everybody to prepare to watch, for it's amazing. Check this out.
Hey, she touching my nipple. She making me feeling the twinkle. Hey, she giving her evil. She making me touching her evil. Songo, Fatima baby, Fatima baby, Songo, Fatima baby, Fatima baby, Songo. And the way you remove oh, and the way you carry your waist so Songo, and the way you remove oh, and the way you carry your waist so Songo. Helele mama, helele mama, Songo, helele mama, helele mama, Songo, Fatima baby. You Fatih est mignon, elle aime les mignons si t'es songo. Fatih est jolie, elle aime les jolis si t'es songo. Eh ben, Annie la maman, Annie la maman, Annie la maman, Annie la maman. Oh taka taka, hey. Campe et embrasser la maman, j'ai dit coller la maman. Campe et embrasser la maman, j'ai dit coller la maman. Don't leave petit.
Great job done by the beatmaker Winnie, and of course a great job done too by Administrator
Adrenaline.
Winnie pretty produced some more of Bensikin
Yeah.
and Njang into it, then added some Afro pop.
Yeah.
So pretty much that's
That was a mixture
fantastic.
of Benskin, Jang, you know, a little bit of Baminder, the North, the East, a little bit of everything.
Wow.
A little bit of all the culture, man.
Now we'll be talking about your exclusive song Fine Girl.
Yeah.
Pretty much you went from Hala Yomata to
Songo.
Songo to Fine Girl. You're still talking about the girls.
Yes.
Why did you choose to talk only about girls?
Man, let's talk
Please.
about the girls, man. We talk about the girls all the time. Man, what do you want me to talk about, man?
Oh,
We're
my
talking
God.
about the girls, man. They are so beautiful, man. So let's just be talking about them. We can't keep talking about.
Oh
Can't
my
stop
God.
talking about
So
them.
when is your album or EP coming out? Do you have any projects to release any album or EP, and what should we expect?
Yeah, like for now, my team and I, we are still working on that. Yeah, we are still to decide if we are coming out with an EP or an album. So for now, we have not yet taken any decision. But I think when that decision is up, man, come on, ABELA is always there for us.
Okay, now let's watch the exclusive release on Canal Do English on ABELA.
Yeah.
This song has to be released today nationwide and even internationally. But
This
Canal
is
Do.
dedicated to all my beautiful girls, man.
Okay, you present the song. It's dedicated
I'm
to all your beautiful
dedicating this
girls.
song to all my beautiful girls, all the Songo queen, all my Hala Yamata queens, you know, all my pretty girls out there. This is for your exclusive right here on ABELA, Canada English.
Let's go. This is Fine Girl, his third solo project, Macon, on your TV and on your program, ABELA. This is Fine Girl. Watch out. It's going to be something explosive.
Get in there, take your practice serious, okay? Be a good girl, right? You're beautiful, you know that? Yeah, so make sure you be a good girl, okay? All right, let's go.
One Touch Entertainment.
Fine girl, pass me your number. Fine girl, pass me your number. Let me call you 6 in the morning. Let me call you 6 in the morning. The party go there for my bed. Oh, the party go there for my bed. Oh, my banana you go chop. My baby, na banana I go give you. My baby, it tastes so good in the morning. My baby, I will sing sweet songs just to please you. The money I got it for Oba, baby, not to buy you Gucci and Prada, baby. The money I got it for Oba, baby, not to buy you Gucci and Prada. Oh my baby, fine girl, pass me your number. Fine girl, pass me your number. Let me call you 6 in the morning. Let me call you 6 in the morning. The party go there for my bed. Oh, the party go there for my bed. Oh, la go de my life. Très belle et sexy. L'amour de ma vie. Hey, mon bébé. La go de my life. Très belle et sexy. L'amour de ma vie. Hey, mon bébé. Did I ever tell you that you look so fine to me? Hey, did I ever tell you that you look so beautiful? Hey, the money I got it for Oba, baby, not to buy you Gucci and Prada. Hey, baby, party go there for my baby. Oh, did I ever tell you that you look so fine to me? Eh, did I ever tell you that you look so beautiful? The money I got it for over, baby. Not to buy you Gucci and Prada, baby. The money I got it for over, baby. Not to buy you Gucci and Prada, oh my baby. Gucci and Prada, oh my baby. Prada, oh my baby. Let me call you 6 in the morning, oh my baby. Let me call you Gucci and Prada, oh my baby. The party goes there for my baby, oh.
Afropop, and I think it's just the normal trend, just like what Davido does, or techno does, the tum tum. Tum tum. Who did the beat? Bless B? I know Bless B's signature like crazy. I can listen to a beat.
I think it's dope, man.
Even if he doesn't say Bless B on the beat, I don't know.
Guys.
So pretty much the guy is on fire right now. One of the best. You know, he has actually just engraved his name on a golden stone. Like we'll just say with letters, with letters of gold. Like.
Yeah, to me, Bless B is the best, man.
Right. No, I mean, I would not say he's the best.
To me.
Yes, to you.
Yeah.
To you anyway.
I've worked with a lot of
yeah,
producers,
of course,
you know.
Of course.
Yeah, he's very easy to work with, sweet, very, I don't know.
Okay, good.
But he's very good.
No, Bless B is so talented.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good. And he's not just a beat maker. He's a vocal coach. He's a good singer.
Good.
He's a
So,
great performer.
that's what
and
I'm
good
talking
musician.
about.
So pretty much he's quite Aquanda.
Aquanda.
Anyway, Macon, you just give us your social media handles. So how can we contact Macon after this? How can the fans just, you know?
Yeah, you know how it goes all the time. The Facebook is always there, Macon Official 237. You have the Instagram, Macon Official 237. And then you have the Twitter at Young Macon. Man, that's where you can get me anytime.
There you go. Thank you so much, Macon. I would receive another chronicler of this program, and I would say, welcome back to my man, Thomas Mukum, because he's been in Bamenda and a lot of things. He promised a lot of things, and so we shall be having it in the course of the week. So we have our very own brother here. Welcome once again. Welcome back to the studio. I missed you, bro.
Thank you very much, Steve, and good morning to all our viewers. I missed you too.
That voice, and that personality.
Yes,
you
I miss them too so much. It's an opportunity for us to be together once again. Thank God we've met again. Okay.
Of course.
We
greater things in perspective.
haven't limited time to talk about Bamenda, so we are just going to go directly to sports.
Okay, let's just go. Tomorrow we'll talk about Bamenda, all the beautiful experiences and the food.
You know, today I'm sure we are respecting our curfew for the 6 days out of the 15. Given by the city
Why you see my way like chop, you go no. Why you see my way come over Bamenda, say we teen they drop. You go no.
Yeah, you go no.
Curfew. Why didn't you wake up for 7 p.m. or 10 p.m.?
Yeah.
You put your foot as a pin.
You are gone.
You refuse to say bullet goes cut your chakra balance your head. Oh, Ken. Jesus. No, in fact, let's talk sports right now.
Let's talk sports. I cannot go to Bamenda. I will not bring you images from the Northwest region. You know, on Sunday, the Presbyterian Church in Cameroon celebrated the Diamond Jubilee. I never knew.
60 years, right?
Yeah, I never knew something existed like Diamond. They say Diamond has a 6 site, and so their 60th anniversary was celebrated this the last Sunday.
I bet you only knew about the Golden Jubilee.
Yeah, I only knew about the silver and golden Jubilee. And as a sport reporter, I went to a church in a quarter called Sisia Quarters. And Steve, it can be fun when you go back to your primary school days and take, for example, the sack race.
Oh my God, we need to do that like end of year. Like
yes,
for company, end of year, I don't know, party, and then we do the sack race, do the cheer dance and things. It's going to be real fun.
Okay, I decided to get the images. Maybe we just get, it's quite fun. But if the images of the sack race is ready, you can see the confusion and the falling. Let's
have some good time, feel good moments on ABELA with Thomas Mukum this morning. Can we have the sack race? The sack race.
We are PCC one. Just put together. Because it's short. Thank you. Okay, Steve, these are real images that will make you feel. I used to represent my school in the dressing race, even though at one point
dressing
I was sacked out because my shoe was. So, you have to. There are some rules and regulations in sports that you're supposed to follow. So I put on the wrong shoe, and on that 11th of February, I was supposed to represent my school, and I was sacked. So when I saw these images, I said, no, it's good for our viewers out there to have it. So we say congratulations to all those who celebrated the Presbyterian, the 60th anniversary of the PCC in Cameroon.
Wow.
And I just want to end this one briefly. We have the BBC Africa Player of the Year. The elections, voting are going on. It's supposed to end by the 11th of December 2017, and the 5 players have already been nominated.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
We have
Sadio Mane,
Victor Moses, Sadio Mane, and Muhammadu Salih. There are lot of them.
Okay, there we have the 5. We start with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Then the other guy of Red Bull, I think, what's his name? I think they said he has Cameroonian origin, something like that.
Yeah, some people are saying he has Cameroonian origin. I'll be bringing a complete list of and the countries.
Then next to him, the guy dressed in Liverpool jersey is of course Sadio Mane. Then the guy dressed in Chelsea jersey, the blue, is of course Victor Moses, and then the
Muhammadu Salih.
Beautiful. Muhammadu Salih, it's
from Egypt.
It's Egypt. He's Egyptian. So
these are the 5 players for the BBC Africa Player of the Year. And so, like I said, voting is going on online, and we have right up to the 11th of December to do our voting.
Great. That's fantastic. That's great. Wow, the sack race you just showed me at the moment it just reminded me of my childhood.
Okay.
I was very bad at the sack race, but I was very good at the eating competition.
Yeah,
and of course, and dancing. So I represented school with dancing and gymnastics. I was good at gymnastics. Right?
Yeah, when you see animators are from birth. You see them. You see a kid who is going to be a TV presenter, a TV host, a musician. You see them from birth. My brother here, I'm sure you could see the traces of him being a musician in the future when he was very young. Steve, I'm sorry that those are the only 2 stories you have. I just got into town this morning.
You did a great job, bro.
And
you did more than many people who were in town since the beginning of the week or since weekend.
Yeah. So I hope it worth it.
You have a lot. It's worth it, and you have a lot in your bags because we are going to take all those new things you brought in for us, and then give you all what's.
Mamenda is quite difficult. I'll give you the audio I went through to get to Douala. The police checkpoints is.
We have to talk about the reality. You went to Bamenda, you saw. You went there, you saw, you conquered, and then you're coming back, you tell us how Bamenda is.
Yeah.
Do not say it's not here, you understand? No. So we'll usher you guys out with this piece of music. And Macon, I want you to discover this young girl. Her name is Sharon. She is, Comfort Sharon is coming from Wimboom. Is it Wimboom?
Wimboom.
Yeah, Wimboom. Yeah, and she sings beautiful. And she sings in Libum.
Yeah.
In Libum.
In
Limbo. So this young girl, actually, Sharon Comfort, put out this song, and I will not stop saying it. She is our focus the whole of this week. She put out this song entitled Aware, and Aware actually hit in less than 48 or 72 hours the world's greatest. As she put out this song on social media, Lokwa Kanza came and commented, and he was all amazed and told her, you have a fan. Sent her a friend request, and they started talking inbox, and was like, when I'm going to come to Cameroon, I need to see you. I want you to be on The Voice this time, this, that. So he was just mad over her talent. Charlotte Dipanda came and she was like, oh sister, you've got soul, this, that, you opened up my concert when I'm in Cameroon. Karen's Foso is like, I wouldn't miss you when I'm in Cameroon. Bibian Sade is like, I wouldn't miss you, you're opening my concert on 1st of December. Amanda Kante, who is related to Mori Kante, and who has worked with Tumani Diabate, Sidiki Diabate's father. He is one of the greatest percussionists. So Amanda Kante, that Africa has overseas, has percussionists, a whole festival of African percussions and everything, with percussionists around the world joining from Cuba and everything. Sent her, you know, some posters of his festival and said, I want you to be here for one of the editions. And she's just not believing it. It's great. It's just mind-blowing. So let's watch the song, Awe. And when we come back, we're going to take the rest of our chroniclers. You know, Mr. Henry Kejenga Tembe, I've just seen him around. And of course, the others will give you more on Press Talk and many more. So this is Awe by Sharon Confor. Enjoy.
You must see me, Baba, you must do Megika. Kubanjo, Lord, Grandi, get a man, Lord, for shake, oh, since you.
No, I don't have a good voice, so don't even put yourself about me. Well, let's talk like news brief. We're going to talk about what's making news in Cameroon from the vantage point of our newspapers. And of course, it's going to be with Mr. Henry Kejang Atimbe, who is on seat right here. And we'll be talking about a lot. You know, we have the Rambler newspaper. We have, many other newspapers that we have here that are telling us about, what's making news in the country. Please don't call at the moment, though there is there is no topic of the day. Please don't call. And I know that we have to send SMSs, but don't send right now, because we really don't have a topic of the day, except we just want to greet or we just want to say hi and But well, we'll do that tomorrow, right? Let's receive Mr. Henry Kejang Atimbe in the studio right now. Welcome and good morning. ABELA to you.
Good morning to you, Steve. Good morning to televiewers of Canal de English.
Hope the night was great.
Well, we always sleep with the pious hope of getting up. And when we get up, on the good side, we thank God for the night. And then we pray so that during the day we should have some few francs to feed the family and have good health.
Okay, now we're going to start with the press talk, and for this special one, we're going to focus on the GCE board that has actually launched the online registration. I think we have to do a caption on the paper.
Well, yes, of course, not necessarily being any communication officer of the General Certificate of Education Board, but this is something which is important because it's a release from the GCE board.
Coming from which paper?
Well, it is carried by the Rambler.
The Rambler, yes.
I thought we could even throw some light on it because
yes, why not? We could actually get
the GC board. Yes, has announced that registration will be taking place, but then the most important thing that candidates or parents should even know about the GC registration.
Yeah. A GC board that actually has released actually put out a press release.
Yeah, so because the registrar of the GC board, Sir Dr. Humphrey Bonner, has informed the general public, particularly candidates who will be writing the GC for the 2018 examination session organized by the board, of course.
Patrick, if we can have a focus on the GC board topic, yes,
where registration will be carried out in all the approved centers.
No, not that one, Patrick. The one under,
GC,
beneath the picture of.
We're talking about the GC.
The GC board press release.
Yes. So, yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
So that people should know, and as we're saying that, the registration will be carried out in all the approved centers from Wednesday, 1st November. Well, that was 1st November, so we are already at the 14th day, right?
Yes.
Okay, so to Friday, 29th December, and that there shall be no late registration. In fact, but what is interesting, Steve, to know about this is that online registration or re-registration is fully on and is the preferred method of registration according to the GC board. And that guidelines to be followed, on the e-registration manual. And it says, however, the centers that will want to stick to offline registration should sign and collect their CD form or CD from the liaison office, and then centers should stick to one type of registration. Now, it is an interesting innovation that the General Certificate of Education Board is carried out, but the worry of some parents, because these things we've discussed them out. They see, because there's a second announcement where the GC board or the register of the GC board says that there will be a session that will be held in all over the national territory, for online registration procedures. That is to explain the online procedures. Now the worry is that you cannot be testing registration. You cannot be testing registration on the day of registration. You cannot be testing online registration on the day of registration. Or the period, the year of registration. Maybe they must have tested it before, but with the dynamics that you and I know about internet connections, about areas that are not covered, etc., etc. All these whole body of internet connection or electronic superhighways is a problem in the country. And that is why the GC board talked about those who could stick to, the traditional way. They call it the the traditional way of registration, the offline registration. But that will be especially for schools that are in the remotest part of the country and areas where you could not have, internet connection, etc., etc. Well, I just wanted to bring up this because it is important to let the GC board know that we are afraid, one, as parents, and two, as stakeholders, that there might be too many shortcomings in the off and the online registration, and that the GC board should make sure they put some speed or some gaps, not to probably to arrest some of those inconsistencies that might occur as a result of the online registration. But then, talking about the Rambler of today, we will probably focus, the most important thing is the chief that actually hid himself in a toilet, Steve Fonkam.
Yes.
The chief of Big Pekondo, who is a principal of a government high school, Big Bekondo, actually hid himself because it is alleged by the population that he harvested 50 million francs CFA from a construction company. And so the people went for him. Thank God he was hid himself in the toilet and avoiding lynching by the population. It is even alleged that some time ago he took 700,000 francs, to allow the exploitation of a quarry, and this money was never spilled out, to the rest of the population. So he escaped being lynched, and well, he's presently lamenting his ordeals. You can get interesting stories on why Ugo Bros will still stay with the national team. You can equally get interesting story on why the government is dividing the indivisible Cameroon, which they say is indivisible with the internet connection that is not in all the parts of the country. And why not read the rich editorial, No More Anglophones. No more Anglophones.
And their main caption for the Rambler is actually fixed certificates that, fixed certificate ghost
that is
still hunting
You can read all of these in the Rambler of today, as it is telling it as it is, no matter what.
Okay, we leave the Rambler this time around. Go
very
to,
quickly.
The Guardian Post that we have on the screen at the moment.
You are correct. And the Guardian Post takes us to the
2018 elections.
To the Parliament, to the elections. And of course, Patrick will probably spread it out on the screen so that our televiewers can get a broad view of it. And says the 2000 election, Minister Mba Acha, Sanji Joseph sent danger signal to SDF in Momo Division. The Momo Division is a very strong battleground, and the Social Democratic Front of Ni John Frundi, and should I say the Social Democratic Front Momo Division of Honorable Bandam Joseph, has harvested everything in that particular part of the country. So the Guardian Post says these two are sending warning signals to the Social Democratic Front. You would not deny the fact that it is a bastion of the Social Democratic Front. So the battle is going to be rife, as the Guardian Post tells us this morning.
And there's a small story you can read there as well.
Yes.
Nginicom rises against Catholic authorities for shutting down hospital.
Good.
So you can get details.
You can get details on that. Nginicom in the Boyo Division.
So we move from the Guardian Post to another newspaper. Patrick, can we do that?
Yes, 14 Amazonians.
That's Info Matin.
Info Matin says
Anglophone crisis.
Anglophone crisis, 14 Amazonians. There is a warrant of arrest, and you can get. And then in fact, it's interesting to know that in the inner pages of that story or that paper, you understand that they say they are picking their story from the internet. So which means that they are not very sure with what they wrote.
And on page 3, you can go and find out. And they say amongst those who are wanted, there's a woman and two journalists, former journalists
of CRTV. Well, you can get to know those the interesting story on those 14 Ambazonians that are highly wanted by the international. There's an international warrant of their arrest, as it is carried by Info Matin.
Okay, let's get the other caption on the other newspaper, like real quick.
Mutation. Mutation takes us now to to something very interesting, and this time talking about Barrister Abdullahi Harisu, who speaks on his ordeals. Ever since he was dumped into the monkey house, you can get an entire dossier on this erudite man of law.
Okay, let's keep going with what we have. La Nouvelle Expression right away.
And La Nouvelle Expression still takes us now this time to the Parliament. And the big story you can find in La Nouvelle Expression of this morning is whether or not the Social Democratic Front of Ni John Fundi will be part of the parliamentary session that flags off this today.
So La Nouvelle Expression says that
SDF
threatens to boycott.
SDF is threatening to boycott the session because, and just like you and I know, and I think Catala knows as well, that there is pressure on the head of the parliamentarians not to go back to parliament. Pressure coming from their people. So they say they will move to Yaoundé, but they'll be hanging around the corridors until things are made clear.
Well, we'll definitely, I think, end there for now since we have time on our neck so that we can get... Okay, let's just get Cameroon Tribune on the list.
Cameroon Tribune talks about the stakes of the November session at the parliament. And of course, you know, the stakes are abound. One, the major stake will be the Anglophone crisis. Well, the budget is not a stake as such, but if it is, now how will Cameroon raise this amount that they will be voted, which will certainly be enacted to become the finance law of 2018. Now, talk about the Anglophone crisis, talking about the fight against Boko Haram, etc. So talk about investment, all these. So the stakes of the 20 November session are bound.
So I see Crystal Katal already nodding her head. You know, she's here to tell us more about the news briefs, and she has put two major topics on her control sheet in order for us to discuss about it. So you'll be talking about the third ordinary session of Parliament that kicks off, you know, that opens today.
Yeah, Kejan Henry Atembe has said it all. This is the last session, actually, and 180 MPs are expected this morning by 11 a.m. at the National Assembly. As we were saying, we still hope MPs from the opposition parties, like the SDF, who showed up, and other parties. So we know what happened the other day with the SDF MP for Jackery, Honorable Wiba Joseph, who have been called by his people to resign, not even to step his leg to Yaoundé. So we still hope they are going to show up. So apart from examining and adopting the 2017 budget, there is the 2018 budget, there is the Anglophone crisis, insecurity, Boko Haram, but MPs from other parts of Cameroon who come from other regions hope to bring good news back to their people. There are so many projects which need to be carried out for.
But is it the wise decision for, you know, that's my own question.
Yeah.
Probably, I'm not asking it for an answer, but is it a wise decision for Joseph Wilbur, who seems to be the most outspoken one of the SDF right now, not to go there? I mean, I think changes are made there and not, you know, probably by staying back and not saying anything. Like right now, with all what's happening in Bamenda with the curfews, he has to go and spit some venom on the faces of those people, and then let the pressure be on them, rather than just slackening up or just say, okay, let me stay back. You know, with all what's happening, I think it's not.
You know, Wiba has been spoken.
Yeah, he's very outspoken. That's what we need him there.
Wiba is very outspoken,
So
and
if
you
you
know
go
what
and
he did
just
recently before going
shake
on
them with
hiding. So that is what the people demanded. We don't know if Wiba is going to stick onto that. We are still waiting. But the people hope that there are so many projects that will be carried out, like road construction, hospitals, pipe-borne water. There are so many things the people are needing. Things are not moving in their regions, in their locality. So they hope their MPs are going to go back with good news. So we hope as this session opens, many problems are going to be resolved.
Okay, you'll also be talking about the World Diabetes Day.
Yeah, today is observed as the World Diabetes Day, and this year focus is being laid on diabetes and women, because according to world statistics, 199 million of women are currently living with diabetes in the world, and they say these figures might be projected to by 2040 with 313 million, which is alarming, very much alarming.
Do you guys permit me to be very satirical and humorous this morning?
Go on.
Not anything serious.
Yeah.
So girls, I beg, instead of the other
ice cream,
ice
juice,
cream or your guys,
which contains a lot of sugar,
you can order something. Just in fact, chicken get bird flu, so you just begin to
vegetable, fruits,
vegetables,
bitter leaf.
Yeah, bitter leaf is good. Yeah. Bitter leaf. Because
my
diabetes
God.
is one of the leading cause of death in the world.
Yeah.
And diabetes obstructs many women to get pregnant. And when you get pregnant, the output is not the best. Either you miscarriage, or you find either loss of your life or the pregnancy.
Thank you very much
many
for
women
your
are
contribution.
There will be sensitization campaign that will run through this week,
Okay.
and we hope many women will be sensitized and
go for it.
Yeah, go for it. It's very important.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's start by dropping
Yeah.
everything like extra sweet. Let's try to eat
Yeah.
organic, and it's going to help
Natural.
us because natural. That's beautiful. So thank you very much for your contributions, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your kind attention, viewers. Thank you to the entire team. I wouldn't call everyone's name, but they know themselves. And keep watching Canal de English, because we have programs that have been shaped and conceived just to satisfy your your desires and your your demands, of course. So now we're going to end with a beautiful music, and then we shall meet tomorrow once it's 6:30 a.m. And so I'll ask Patrick to actually select a beautiful music for us.
Yes.
Okay, if you don't know, let me just simply call the name of the song. Rhythms Tobasi, pretty much we'll play that, and it's going to be good enough for us today. So thank you very much. We love you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
I'm in love with rhythms.
Shabba. My boy. Lover. Love it. I want some love it.
Oh yeah.
Baby, la façon dont tu shake it me fait te look toute la night. Elle est way que tu do. Papa, tu me rends dingue. Your beauty shines so bright and it makes me want to sing this song. I know go lie, baby girl, c'est toi qui me bang dans ma tête. C'est le Tobasi que tu m'as donné, oh oh oh. C'est le Tobasi que tu m'as donné, oh oh oh.
Baby girl, I go marry you. Oh, baby girl, I must to marry you. Oh,
you're my five-star girl.
baby, do check him, now you in mood. Loving you, not the only way.
C'est le Tobasi que tu m'as donné, oh oh oh. C'est le Tobasi que tu m'as donné, oh oh oh.
Baby girl, I go marry you. Oh, baby girl, I must marry you. Oh,
you're my five-star girl.
K-Mix.
Baby, kiss me from my bone. Baby, I like your love. Baby, show me some loving, and I gon' show you some love.